Hey guys, so this is going to be the last of my Zambia vlog series. I really enjoyed making it and I appreciate all the feedback that you guys have given me. So to kind of recap what happened on this trip and why I was there, my dad had come to me while I was still in school getting ready to graduate and asked me if I wanted to go to Zambia with him. I said yes on the condition that I had something to do there, because when you're an adult, it's a lot different than going as a child. I've gone as a kid before and just you kind of have fun, play, and you're with a bunch of other kids, so it doesn't really matter what you're doing. But here, as an adult, I kind of wanted to have some sort of purpose behind why I was going. So I got in contact with the local ministry that did sports outreach there, called Push the Rock, and said, hey, I'm graduating, my dad's coming to Zambia, I do video work, do you need someone to do anything for video? And they said, yes, we need someone to come and do video for us. We have an intern doing photography, and we don't have anyone to do video. So I said, great, here are the dates I'll be there. Let's work something out. So I had set something up, and when I got there I was able to then start and do all of these projects for them. Now the travel itself, pretty uninteresting for the most part. It was a little bit over a day's worth of travel. However, one of our flights was canceled because the local airstrip, which is basically just a grass field, was shut down due to new government regulations. So we ended up spending the night at the compound where our pilot, who was supposed to take us, lived. We had dinner with him, stayed at their compound there, and then took a 5-hour taxi ride the next day rather than a 2-hour quick plane flight, and got in a day later than we anticipated. But that's kind of how things work in Zambia. You don't really know if things are going to work out the way you plan. You can always try and plan, but you say be there at 5, people show up at 5:45, you get started at 6:30. That's kind of how the pace of life works. So we got there a day late. As soon as I got there, I grabbed my camera, started filming. I met the intern, the head of the organization there, and the local disc golf team that was setting up the course, and started filming them, put together a video for them within the first 2 days so they could kind of show that off to people back home, and just kind of spent the whole first week filming. Now for me, I like to be filming, editing, uploaded. I do a lot of stuff in the same day. This vlog is going to be shot, edited, and posted in the same day, and you can't really do that there because, one, there's limited internet. You're not going to be able to connect every day and upload high volume videos to the internet, and two, you may not get the shot you want the first day because it might happen a couple days later because things are kind of spread out. So I knew they were only there until Wednesday, so I really kind of spent the first few days just filming and filming and filming and putting all the footage on my computer so that I had everything that they needed when they left. So I put together a few videos for them before they left, but everything else I kind of waited until the end of the second week to really put together because there's always one more shot you could get. There's always one more take. So the first week primarily focused on the frisbee golf team. At the end of the week, they took a trip to Livingston to see the falls and go on a safari, and I was fortunate enough to jump on board and get to go at least see the falls, which was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed it. And besides just seeing the falls, I got to spend time with the rest of the team and the interns and kind of get to know them a little bit better in a not work environment where we weren't constantly having to run a clinic or shoot a video or whatever it might be. We just got to relax and have a great time together. So they all left over the weekend, and I came home and spent Saturday walking around the local town, a couple of miles, seeing how everything was kind of centered around the hospital complex and the sports complex there, and taking some great video. I had a great time hanging out with my dad because he didn't have a whole lot going on that day, and everyone else was gone, so there really wasn't any other option. But once everyone came back, we jumped into our kind of regular schedule, which was running clinics, and everything kind of started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's great for someone like me who likes to sleep in, except there you're up by 9 o'clock at the absolute latest because the sun's up and there's people running around outside and you can't really sleep in. So for the most part in the morning I would just sit and work on videos, which was great because normally I shoot in the morning, edit in the evening, so this I kind of swapped my schedule. But then by 3 o'clock I was ready to go start filming. And if you noticed, I kind of shortened the second week's vlogs. I only put up 3 or 4 about that actual second week. And the reasoning behind that is that the camps, while interesting, get repetitive. There's only so much I can show of kids playing sports without boring myself and boring you guys as my viewers. So this was a way for me to kind of point out the interesting things about the week, but kind of gloss over the repetitiveness of it. So I put together a few about the sports camps, a little bit about the hospital, and about our travel. Now, some of the things that I cut were things like going out to a local village, meeting with a family whose daughter attended some of the sports ministries, and kind of seeing how the community was impacted by the ministry there, going out with some of the translators who were staff from the local sports ministry and having them help us out asking questions and things. I didn't want to put that in because it was a little bit personal for that family, but at the same time I couldn't stretch it into a full day's vlog, which if I couldn't get a whole day out of that combined with the other stuff happening within the week, I just cut it. So there were things like that I cut, but the other things I cut were primarily things at the hospital. Now I had the opportunity to go in and film my dad doing surgery, operating, all of that, and I realized not everyone wants to see that. I've gone and helped and seen surgeries before. This is the first time I was able to actually go and film it, which is a really weird experience because in the States you can't really do that. And obviously I didn't want to put up that kind of video on my vlogs because one, no one wants to see that, and two, that's kind of a weird thing to show. So I'm going to use all of that footage to put together a video for my dad to show at his hospital as a report on the projects that he did and the procedures and the different sorts of surgeries and stuff. But I figured you guys probably did not want to see that. So that got cut, and within cutting those two things and the kids playing, that's kind of limiting what I could show you. So I thought I trimmed it down to a digestible segment for you guys that you guys would understand and appreciate and wouldn't leave me editing the same kind of footage every day. Then we flew home, and it was a great trip home. Got to stop in Boston for a night, got to experience the city a little bit, albeit pouring rain and jet lag and all of those sorts of things. But we made it home. I've been home for about a week now, took a little bit of vacation time, and edited every day to get these videos out to you. And I really enjoyed it. The entirety of the trip was a real blessing. I got to meet some great people and see some really cool places. And in doing so, I filmed a video the entire time I was there. It's called Exploring Zambia, and the link will be live tomorrow. You can watch it. It's a conglomeration of shots of the falls, people, places, all sorts of things like that. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to be making more videos like that, exploring different places as I go and see them in the US, around the world, wherever it might be. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hopefully you've enjoyed these videos. I'd appreciate if you guys could like it, leave a comment, and subscribe for more exciting adventures as I'm figuring out where exactly my life is headed now that I'm graduated and I'm trying to find a job. So thanks again for watching. I'll catch you next video.